Peace. Welcome to the channel, all the new subscribers. Follow along on this lesson and stuff. I'd say as a new subscriber, there's so many people in this country that doesn't understand what a Gentile is, and the education system isn't teaching you anything of value. Everything that this system does trains us well enough, just well enough to run their machines, but ignorant enough to never find the truth. Keep us encapsulated inside of our flesh suits, trapped inside of our psyches. Today, we're going to talk about Gentile. Because a Gentile equals a Gen-tiled in flesh. Okay? The definition for a Gen is 1, a pagan or heathen. 2 is a Mormon or non-Mormon. If you want, run this in double speed, and it kind of flows when I'm going through this. Okay? Mormon or non-Mormon. Okay? It is 3 would be anything other than a Jew. Okay, this is imperative for you to understand what a Gentile is, because a Gentile is a Christian. These are the parameters and the definition for a Gentile. Okay, hidden meaning, which is a Gentile in flesh, because it tells us in Ephesians 6:12, it's not about the flesh and blood. Okay? See, so a Gen is, in Muslim mythology, a Jinn is forged from smokeless fire. Okay? Also, other jinns. There's all kinds of names for jinns. A jinn that is forged from the fire are Elohims, equal both good and evil. A jinn are gendarme, which is a French police officer. Gendarme, jinn in flesh, officers. You're going to learn on this channel that our government, okay, government equals control. To govern in mente in Latin equals mind. Governmente, government means to control the mind. A French police officer. What do you have? You have a gendarmerie, which equals someone in charge of Jin Dharmar. Excuse me, in Jin Dharm. What's all this about? Because I'm trying to teach you that Jin has many spellings. Okay? Many spellings. Okay? Trying to teach you that this language that we're living in is wordcraft. So these are what? They're people that are in power, correct? What's another one? We got what? Genetics. Okay. We have genealogy, which is the timeline of a family. Your genes. Okay? Your genetics, which is your gene line. Because we're born into this plane of existence, you got to understand that the Gentile here equal a natural body. Okay? The Gentile here are all of these, which are also mankind. Gentile or mankind equal the sixth day. So Gentile are genies, right? They're genies out of their bottles. Okay? Genies out of their bottles for how long? 1,000 years. Okay, it says 1,000 years is like a day to the Lord, and a day 1,000 years. What does that mean? It means that time has no, to the Creator, time doesn't exist. It doesn't mean anything. When we're born into this plane of existence, here we go. What do you have? You have Genesis, right? The creation story. Genesis. 1,000 years is like a day, and a day 1,000 years to the Lord, meaning time doesn't exist. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning. Okay, what significance does this have? Because the beginning is time. Time is made up of 60 seconds, 60 minutes, and 24 hours, which is 2 plus 4 equals 6. This is 666. When we fell into a time construct, into Genesis, all these are to deal with like generals, okay? And what are generals, man? What do? They wear stars. Generals who wear stars. So you just take all these words with jinn right here like this and replace it with Jinn, because everything is power. What is a general? It's a high-ranking officer, or a higher ranking officer, a general. What else? Geneva. What is Geneva? Geneva is a convention, right? It's a con. It's a con. Okay, vention. It's a convention. Who runs Geneva? What is Geneva? What is it all about? Don't they? What is the Geneva Convention? Right? It equals what? Rules of war. I think this pen's taking a dump on me. Give me a second here. Okay, rules of war. The Geneva Convention writes the rules of war, okay? But who are they? They are the United Nations. And these folks, all of these here, the United Nations, all of them, every country that sits at the United Nations is a beast nation. They're the Gentile nations, okay? I think it's Jeremiah 16:19. If it's not Jeremiah 16:19, then it's Isaiah 16:19. It's one or the other, which says, "O Lord, you are my strength." Remember, fast forward, double speed. You are my strength, refuge, and fortress. The Gentile, kaboom. The Gentile, all of this. This is what the jinn are. They've hidden themselves in the scriptures. The jinn are Gentiled in flesh. The Gentile, most of the Gentile are created forged from smokeless fire. They're Elohim. Elohim are both good and evil. Okay? And they guide us, these spirits. They're capable of moving through either. This is what's peculiar. Human, animals, okay? Or human beings. Hold on. What's the difference between a human and a human being? Go look up the word jinn, and the word jinn tells you that it's a spirit capable of moving, good or evil, moving through a human, animal, or humankind. So this is telling you that human and humankind, kind, are two different species. Fortress, the Gentile, shall come from all ends of the earth, claiming we have inherited nothing but lies, vanities, and things that will not profit us nothing. Okay, so the Lord is telling you that the Gentiles shall come from all ends of the earth. Why are the Gentiles coming from all ends of the earth? Because the Gentile are the United Nations. They were created at all ends of the earth. Okay? What are they all looking for, man? What's going on this plane of existence? It's all genocide. Right? Genocide. The jinn out of their bottles. The United Nations trying to create genocide shall come from all ends of the earth, claiming we've inherited nothing but lies. This is lies from our ancestors, lies from our government. That's what it's talking about. It's talking about our government lying to us. Okay? Governmente, they're trying to control the mind, our minds, mankind, those created on the sixth day. The United Nations, they are created in Genesis 1:25. God creates, the United Nations are the beast. God created the United Nations. God created the beast of the field. This is the field. This is the field. This is why they're coming from all ends of the earth. The Gentile are coming from all ends of the earth, claiming we've inherited lies from our governments, because that's what they do. Vanities of ourselves. Vanities of ourselves, because you look in the mirror, you primp, you stick your lips with Botox, you stick poison in your foreheads, you pump your breast up with saline bags or whatever it is that they use today. You have cheek lips, you have cheek lifts, you have thigh lifts, butt lifts, lip lifts. You guys have went completely insane. Women, have you ever considered that you're like just completely poisoning your body with all kinds of fucking garbage and stuff when you put Botox and stuff inside of your face? Do you ever consider maybe that you're poisoning yourself, and that possibly that this could be part of your mental problem? I mean, seriously, I want you to think of it. Are you willing to give up your spiritual and your mental wellness, your mental wellness, to jack yourself up with poison? I'm trying to help you understand. You're putting poison in your body, and anytime you put poison in your body, the same as somebody who jacks their arms up with methamphetamine, cocaine, heroin, pops pills, it doesn't matter, drinks alcohol, you're poisoning your body. You're going to get wacky. You're inviting spirits on you. This is why they call alcohol spirits, because when you drink alcohol, it opens up doorways for spirits to host your body. They feed off you the darkness on the dark side. So the United Nations is Genesis 1:25, and what other words? Genocide. Oh shit, how could I can't miss this one. Holy shit, man, to miss this one would just be, and this is probably one of the newest words that they've brought up into the dictionary now, is gender. Gender specific. I'm a gender. Listen, folks, they've changed the word gender because the gender is a rear ender. Anybody who's talking about genders is a rear ender, man. Okay? There's only two sexes, folks. Male and female. Let me explain something here. Okay? Then God said, let us make mankind in our image and likeness. And in the image of God, he created him male and female. It didn't say he created, well, actually it does say he created them in Genesis. In Genesis 5:2, it says, and in the day this is where they're getting their pronouns and stuff. Watch. And in the day that they were created, he called their name Adam. In the day they were created, in the day they were created male and female, and he called their name Adam. Male and female. He called them Adam. Male and female, okay? You don't hear no genders. You don't hear no them. In the day he created them, he called their name Adam. Their name is plural. Okay? They is plural. Okay? And they were also created what? When you start looking at the genealogy, the timeline of the family, when you start looking at this genealogy, in the day that they created them in an image, once Adam and Eve fell from grace. And when I say Adam and Eve, I'm talking about Adam in chapter 2, verse 7. Okay? Then the Lord God formed a man from the dust and breathed the breath of life into his nostrils. Okay? This is so important and key for you to understand that this one that's molded from the dust has the breath of life, the breath of life, breath of life, breath of life into his nostrils. That's not the case with the one that's created in an image in Genesis 1:20. I don't have it up here. Genesis 1:27. And then said, God said, let us make mankind in our image. So this man here that's created in an image is a magic show. Okay? Mankind equals 66. Mankind's created on the 6th day. Okay? Beast nations created on the 6th day. Genesis 1:25, 1:26, 1:27. You add these three parables, 25, 26, 27. They come to 78, which equals 15, which equals 6. Which has everything to do with Revelations 13:18. Here's a call for wisdom. Let the one with insight. I have wisdom. It was blessed. It was given to me. How the download works, all that stuff, I don't have a clue. But I took a download. I saw my sins. I saw the world's sins. I felt my shame for the first time in my life. Never had any shame in my life. But when the scales come off your eyes and you realize that there are statutes, there's laws and commandments that the supreme self-existing eternal creator has, okay? And he used mankind, Elohim, good and evil, to write the Bible. Elohim equals, Elohim equals plural of Eloah. Eloah equals gods. This is lowercase gods, plural, again, gods with an S. Okay? Elohim, this is 430 of the Strong's Concordance, which is a condance. It's a condance, folks. Our language is trickery. Okay, Elohim is plural of Eloah. It's gods in the ordinary sense. But specifically, this is key, used. Okay? Elohim are used of the Supreme Creator. Elohim are both good and evil. Most on this plane of existence, though, are evil. Plural of Eloah, gods in the ordinary sense, but specifically used of the Supreme God. So God created Elohim, both good and evil. And this is how he rewards us on this plane of existence. You see, there's such a small number of people that really truly do good. And in order to resonate to those very small numbers of people that do good, people that can help you out, that's how God blesses you. If you're doing right by the Creator, okay, he's going to bless you by bringing somebody, an angel, somebody that does right to help you out and guide you and do right by you. But this is only if you're not fornicating. It means you can't be lying to people. You can't be going out to the bar and drinking every night and inviting demonic beings on you or dancing with other demonic beings. I wish you understood that the beings are inside of the flesh, folks, okay? It's not you out there bumping and grinding in the flesh. You have a soul that's encased, it's encapsulated inside of your flesh suit. Okay, your psyche inside of your mind, you're trapped. Your soul is trapped. You are conned into this plane of existence. You are told that you could live forever, which is a metaphor inside of the Bible. You are told that you could live forever by who? Satan. Satan said that to Adam and Eve, the one that's created in Genesis 2:7. Remember, one's created, you have the beast created in 125 of Genesis. Okay? You have the serpent. Okay, the serpent is created in Genesis 1:26 and 27. Okay? Then you have the second man who's created in Genesis chapter 2 verse 7. This is the first, sorry about that, wrong. This is the second man, Adam. This is, the serpent is the first man, Adam. And also Jesus says what? Before Abraham was, I am. Jesus said before Abraham was, I am. He's the serpent that's created on the sixth day of creation, proven in Colossians 1:15. For the Son Jesus Christ, is the image of the invisible Father. The Son, Jesus Christ, is the image. Genesis 1:26 and 27, this is the man, first man, Adam, that is what? Created in an image. There's your connection. That connects Jesus Christ to this parable right here in Colossians. You have the New Testament aligning with the Old Testament. For the Son, Jesus Christ, is the image of the invisible Father, the firstborn over all creation. He's the firstborn also. This is the second beast. What are you saying? I'm saying that in Revelations 13:15, it tells us the second beast was permitted to breathe into the image of the first beast. Okay? The second beast is Colossians. The Son, Jesus Christ, is the image. The Son, Jesus Christ, was permitted to breathe into the image of the first beast, Genesis. God created the beast. See, they've been hiding the truth, man. Jesus said, do not cast your pearls before swine. What he was saying is, don't give this book to the Gentile or they'll change it. What does God say? Okay? 3:6. Okay? I am the Spirit of truth. I change not. The Spirit of truth does not change. Everything is perfectly resonates. His order is perfect. This plane of existence creates chaos and then tries to repair the chaos that they create by enslaving you with a police state. They create all the fear, they create it all. So the second beast, which is that's created in Genesis 1:26, also, remember, in 2:21 and 22, this is Eve who is created. Eve is created. Now, these two here are created spirit. Okay? The ones that are created, the serpent that's created in Genesis 1:26 is created in an image. Which means that when Adam and Eve ate from that tree, that you guys did die. You spiritually fell away from God, just like all of us, but still the spirit seed is now inside this complex. The Creator placed his seed inside of this complex by creating a man and putting his breath of life on it, and then teaching us, the fallen souls, to come back to the truth the God of truth, the living God, the Spirit, the self-existing, eternal, always existing, no beginning, no end, perpetual, almighty, omnipotent force that moves all things in place. There is none like him. All praise and glory to one God. None to the left, none to the right, none that sit on the right hand of authority. Okay, so an image, might as well finish it out, means to shade. Okay, which means in skin. To shade. A phantom, which is a ghost. Okay, it's an illusion. Or representative figure, especially an idol. This man is created on the sixth day of creation, and an image of God is an idol. This man created on the sixth day of creation is Jesus, proven here that he is the Son. Jesus Christ is the image. The serpent, the first man created in an image and likeness. And what does God say? Exodus 24. You shall make no graven image. Okay? Okay, of anything. Okay? In heaven, above, the earth, below, or the waters beneath. All praise, all glory goes to the Almighty Spirit of truth. This is what I worship. I worship the Spirit of truth. John 4:24. God is spirit, and those that worship must do so in spirit and truth. Oops. Spirit and truth. That's what you got going on here. All right, I'm going to leave it with that. It's a lot of truth right there that's just been laid out before you. Okay, in the creation story, you got to understand there's been two races. Okay, there was a Gentile race that was created on the sixth day, an evil race of people. Okay, and then there was something that was good, the watchers. Okay, there's angels, which are watchers, and then there was Gentile, and then a human was created. All right, and then you had the Gentile that started being trained from the watchers. And then the watchers were the ones that fell away from God and started impregnating the Gentile and impregnating God's chosen children with the Spirit on them. And then those two races, the Gentile race and the human race, Gentile are not human, they're subhuman. You got to understand that. They're beasts. They're Gentile in flesh, folks. They're demons. Read up on your mythology about demons. It's not mythology. It's the real deal. Okay? We are in a spiritual battle and stuff. Okay? You are in a battle against souls, dead spirits that are around us that are constantly trying to host on your body and feed from you. And that is a fact. You need to wake up from this delusion that we're all living in. Jesus Christ is the devil, folks. You understand? There's no question about it. Jesus Christ crucified is the devil. Jesus of Nazareth, Yeshua, a man approved by God, two different stories. You have two different Adams, two different books, two different creation stories, two different Moseses, two different Jesuses, two different Moseses, if I already said that once, but that, you get my point? Duality exists. And as I read through this Bible and stuff for you, you're going to see me point out all the things where Christian ministers try to tell you that the Bible's infallible. You see, because they know that most people don't read this Bible. And it's easy for them to push over you and roll over you with a bunch of lies because you ain't studying yourself approved. A Christian minister, pastor, doesn't stand a chance against what I know in the system that we live in. I've exposed who the beast is. I've proven who it is with scriptures. The beast is Jesus Christ crucified, the one that lied to that man and said that he would surely be with him that day in paradise. How could that man be with Jesus that day in paradise when Jesus went to hell for 3 days with the sins of the world on him? Huh? Jesus Christ was made lower than the angels. Jesus Christ is fully man and fully God, and he doesn't even know the day of his own return. Jesus Christ had to walk across the field to find out that the fig tree didn't bear good fruit. Jesus holds the keys to death and Hades. When you're baptized in Christ Jesus, you're baptized into his death. Jesus wants to be the God of both the dead and the living. Jesus is the dead. He was buried with the wicked and the rich in his death. Death surrounds Jesus Christ, man. You've got to drop that coochie story about a man coming to save you from your sins, because it will leave you in the eternal fire. I hope this message reaches someone. Like I said, watch it in double speed. Peace. This is White Raptor News Ministries.